There is a force within you that's far greater than your fears, louder than your doubts, and more powerful than your circumstances. It's not something you have to go out and find. It's already inside you, waiting to be activated, waiting to be remembered. And one of the most powerful ways to awaken that force is through prayer, not as a ritual of habit or a cry of desperation, but as a tool of divine alignment. Prayer, when understood deeply, is not begging. It is not pleading with life or the universe. It is not a sign of weakness. It is the act of stepping into your power, aligning with the truth of who you are, and commanding your life with intention and clarity. The psychology behind powerful prayer is simple. What you believe shapes what you receive. Prayer is not about convincing the universe to give you something. It's about becoming aligned with the frequency of that thing so completely that its arrival becomes inevitable. When you pray from lack, you energize lack. When you pray from fear, you amplify fear. But when you pray from certainty, from inner knowing, from unwavering belief, your energy becomes magnetic. Prayer is less about the words you speak and more about the energy you hold while speaking them. And that's where your true power lies. Most people pray reactively. They pray when things fall apart. They pray when they hit rock bottom. They pray when they feel powerless. And while there's nothing wrong with turning to prayer in difficult moments, true transformation comes when prayer becomes a way of being. When prayer is proactive. When you don't wait for a breakdown to align yourself with truth. When you start your day with connection, clarity, and conviction. When you move through life not as someone hoping things work out, but as someone co-creating your reality in full alignment with divine intelligence. To pray powerfully is to speak to the universe, to the source of all that is, and to the deepest part of yourself, all at once. It's to declare, I remember who I am. I remember what I'm capable of. I remember that I am not alone in this. It's not about asking, will this happen? But declaring, this is already mine, not from ego, but from alignment, not from arrogance, but from deep trust. Trust that what you seek is seeking you. Trust that you are being guided. Trust that there is no separation between your soul and the infinite source of all things. The power of prayer lies in this alignment. When you pray with conviction, you activate the parts of your brain responsible for clarity, hope, and resilience. Your nervous system responds. Your energy field shifts. Your biology begins to mirror your intention. This isn't just spiritual theory, it's science. When your mind, emotions, and body come into agreement, your life begins to reflect that unity. That is the psychology behind divine alignment. That is the science of belief. But to access this, you must go beyond repetitive words. You must go beyond empty routines. You must drop into presence. You must feel what you're saying. You must embody the frequency of your prayer. If you're asking for peace, breathe like someone who already has it. If you're calling in abundance, speak like someone who already feels supported. If you're praying for healing, stand like someone whose body already remembers its wholeness. Because energy doesn't respond to what you say, it responds to who you are while saying it. When you pray, you are aligning with vision. You're focusing not on what is, but on what can be. You are no longer hypnotized by your current reality. You are guided by your higher reality. That shift alone changes everything. Because your mind doesn't know the difference between what's vividly imagined and what's real. So when you pray with deep visualization, when you speak with unwavering belief, when you move as if your prayer is already answered, your brain begins to rewire itself. Your habits begin to change. Your emotions begin to align, and slowly but surely, your life catches up. But this kind of prayer requires responsibility. You must be honest with yourself. Are you praying from fear or from faith? Are you asking for something while secretly doubting it? Are you saying one thing but vibrating another? The universe responds to your vibration, not your performance, not your desperation, your vibration. And so the first step to powerful prayer is inner alignment. Clear the fear, release the resistance, drop the story that says you're not enough, not ready, or not worthy. Because you are, right here, right now. You don't need to earn divine favor. You don't need to prove anything. You are already deeply connected to the source of all that is. And prayer is how you remember that. You can't fake alignment. You can't manipulate the universe. You can only shift yourself. And when you do, everything responds. You begin to notice signs. You begin to meet the right people. You begin to feel supported even when things don't go your way. Because prayer doesn't always change what's outside. It changes what's inside. And from that place, you change how you move through life. You stop reacting. You start responding. You stop begging. You start creating. You stop fearing. You start flowing. This is the deeper power of prayer. Let your prayer be your practice. Make it your anchor. Don't wait for storms. Don't wait for pain. Don't wait until you're broken. Pray in the morning to set your vibration. Pray in the silence to clear your mind. Pray in gratitude to open your heart. Prayer doesn't have to be long. It just has to be real. Let it come from your gut, from your soul, from your truth. Speak as if the entire universe is listening, because it is. You are not alone. You are not disconnected. You are being heard, even when it feels like nothing is changing. And know this: when you pray, something always changes. Maybe not the situation, maybe not the outcome, but always your perspective. And often, that's all you need. Because when your perception shifts, your energy shifts. When your energy shifts, your choices shift. When your choices shift, your life shifts. That is the ripple effect of aligned prayer. Sometimes the answer to your prayer isn't what you wanted, but it's what you needed. Sometimes the delay is not denial, but divine timing. Sometimes the struggle is the very thing that builds the strength you prayed for. So don't just trust the prayer, trust the process. Stay in alignment even when it hurts. Stay in alignment even when you don't understand. Because the energy of trust is more powerful than the illusion of control. The energy of surrender is stronger than the need to force. Prayer is where your power begins, but aligned action is where it manifests. You can't pray for growth and avoid discomfort. You can't pray for strength and resist the challenge. You can't pray for change and cling to the past. Your prayer must be backed by your willingness to become, because prayer is not about changing the world. It's about changing you. And when you change, the world you live in changes. Make prayer your fuel. Let it be your grounding, your ignition, your guide. Speak not just with your voice, but with your energy. Pray not just with your words, but with your entire being. And as you do, feel yourself aligning with the life you desire. Feel yourself stepping into a higher frequency. Feel yourself becoming the answer to your own request. You are not just speaking to the heavens, you are speaking to the deeper part of yourself that already knows the way. You are waking up the power that's been dormant inside you. You are remembering that you are not separate from the source. You are an expression of it. Prayer is not something outside of you. It is something you awaken within you. So pray with power. Pray with purpose. Pray with presence. Let every prayer be a declaration. I choose to align. I choose to trust. I choose to believe. And know this with all your being: when you align with truth, when you align with love, when you align with the divine energy that flows through everything, your life begins to reflect that alignment in ways more beautiful than you can imagine. You are powerful. You are worthy. You are connected. And every prayer you offer from a place of truth and trust becomes a vibration that echoes into eternity, shaping not just your world, but the entire world around you.